Everyone is trying to live life without suffering, but that life simply does not exist. You are already suffering right now. The only difference is whether you chose it or you avoided choosing anything at all. This is all about choice. There's this idea that's been floating around for a really long time that if you're safe and comfortable, you don't mess up or fail, and you don't hurt anyone, then life will be good. No pain, no stress, and no suffering, right? But that belief is simply just a lie. There is always suffering. The question is whether you suffered for something that actually meant something that was meaningful, or you suffered because you did nothing. For a long time, I chose that second choice. I did nothing. I stayed in my room every single day, watching movies and YouTube and playing video games. And on the outside, sure, it looked easy and fun, and it was a little bit, but on the inside, it wasn't really that easy or fun or fulfilling. It was just something to numb the pain of me deciding to do nothing, to not do what I wanted to do, what I at least thought I wanted to do. I wanted to create, I wanted to build, I wanted to make movies. That's specifically what I wanted to do. But I didn't do any of that because I could have failed. I could have been bad at it. I could have broken some rule and gotten in trouble. And more importantly for me, I would have looked stupid. So obviously, I thought it was smarter and safer. It was definitely safer, but it was not smarter. I thought it was better not to try in the first place. That was my mistake. I thought avoiding the pain meant that I was protecting myself, but I was really just protecting my fear. I wasn't avoiding suffering in any way. I was just choosing a quieter and slower version of it. I was like a slowly rotting corpse or a degenerate. This choice I made costed me time, energy, and creativity, among other things. And my mind ended up becoming dull, my spirit dull, my life dull. Even coming up with ideas became hard and exhausting and felt impossible to me. Not because I was doing too much, but because I wasn't doing anything that mattered in the first place, so it was hard to get up and do something that mattered because I hadn't done that in such a long time, something that actually mattered. But at one point it hit me that I was already suffering anyways. The real question became not how do I avoid pain, but what am I willing to suffer for? And that's when my behavior changed too. I stopped waiting to feel ready and feel safe, because that time was never going to come in the first place. I slowly started to do things that were uncomfortable. I accepted failure and defeat and looking dumb and having to put in real effort that hurt. It still does hurt too, but it's a different kind of hurt, a fulfilling kind, a good kind of suffering. The truth that nobody tells you is that you don't get to choose whether you suffer or not. You only get to choose how you suffer and why you suffer, what you suffer for. You can suffer for something good, or you can suffer for just standing there while life goes past you. Paul said that it is better to suffer for doing good than to suffer for doing evil. That implies that there is always suffering. It's just what you get out of it. Do you get something good out of it or something bad out of it? Or a mixture of the two, which would be in the middle. I did not fully understand this until I had lived both. Until I had lived idle and standing there and watching life go by me, and until I had lived putting work in and suffering for good. Life is like a down escalator, an escalator that goes down. If you stand on it, it takes you down. If you don't move, if you don't do anything, it takes you down. If you walk down it, it takes you down faster. So the only way up is through effort. You have to climb up the down escalator. Standing there won't do anything. It won't help you. It won't be good for you in the end. Real effort hurts. There is no neutral, even though you think there is. Standing there takes you down, right? There's no neutral. It's up or down. So you have a choice now. Pick one thing that you have been avoiding because it is uncomfortable. Because you don't want to suffer. Because you might fail. Because it might hurt. And do it anyway. Because if you're going to suffer no matter what, then you might as well suffer for something that you respect. Something that is good. So, what kind of suffering are you going to choose? Remember that the path to heaven feels like hell, and the path to hell feels like heaven. If you want to join a brotherhood that helps each other along the path to heaven, then join our Discord. It is the first link in the description below. We are all making it there together. Join us. I love you, bro.